Well, it looks like Fox News, even though Tucker Carlson's gone, could still deal with more legal troubles, more lawsuits because of the stuff that Tucker Carlson did. And that is good, because I hope that networks such as Fox News will get held accountable whenever they so blatantly ruin the lives of people. So this is from The Guardian. Experts say conservative network Fox News could face a fairly strong lawsuit from a man who Tucker Carlson repeatedly accused of working as a government agent and carrying out the January 6th insurrection. Carlson, who was fired from the network in April, repeatedly alleged that Ray Epps was a secret government agent who coordinated the January 6th riots, the New York Times reported. So to kind of give you the background on this, and then we'll watch it being reported further on, Ray Epps was a Trump supporter, two-time Trump voter, bought into the Trump lies, and went to January 6th. And at January 6th, there's videos of him trying to rally people, let's go. And then he didn't actually go into the Capitol, but he was a part of that kind of mob in the build up to it. And so up until this point, he hasn't been charged for anything. As I mentioned, he didn't actually enter into the Capitol. And that fact became the core of a bunch of conspiracy theories, especially from Tucker Carlson, baseless, evidence-free conspiracy theories, saying that Ray Epps was actually an FBI agent of some kind or working in coordination with the FBI to get people to attack the Capitol, to make Trump supporters look bad or something like that. And it's a part of the same conspiracy theory we've heard so much of since January 6th, or the weirdly intertwined and contradictory conspiracy theories of January 6th was Antifa. It wasn't actually Trump supporters, but the Trump supporters who were arrested and are defendants, they are being treated so horribly, and this is political persecution. And also nothing happened on January 6th, and it was peaceful protesters, and it was tourists, and you kind of get bent into a pretzel, twisted into a pretzel. And then Ray Epps was coercing or encouraging Trump supporters to do things that they wouldn't have otherwise so that they could frame the Trump supporters, all these different things. Ray Epps was a part of that, and he's been targeted by Tucker Carlson and has had death threats because of that. And he was a Trump supporter. I don't think he is anymore. But here's more on this from MSNBC, the potential legal trouble that Fox News could face because of this.
The air at Fox News, but Fox is not quite clear of the consequences of what he said on their air. Beyond the pending $2.7 billion defamation suit from Smartmatic, there is a man from Arizona who is also considering defamation litigation. Ray Epps is a two-time Trump voter who was present at the January 6th insurrection. There is tape of Epps from the night before the attack encouraging the crowd to enter the Capitol. And while Epps was present on January 6th, he did not enter the Capitol himself and told other protesters not to be violent. Because DOJ has not charged Epps, Carlson began to claim that he was a government plant, repeatedly saying on his primetime show that Epps was in cahoots with the feds. Joining me now is New York Times reporter and MSNBC contributor.
I want to remind everyone, just the phrase, keep it in your mind, loop it over and over and over. This is mainly for Republicans, but everyone. Evidence matters. You have to have evidence to credibly make an accusation such as this one. And now we're in this world of, if a narrative sounds compelling, oh, could that have happened? Could someone plausibly, is it possible that someone could work with an agency like the FBI and they were pretending to be a Trump supporter? Yeah, I guess that could happen, but do you have evidence? No. And now, as I've said in the past, a compelling narrative, a nice story, is an acceptable substitute for a lot of people for evidence. And even if it sounds really, ooh, interesting, that could be suspicious, and that would really play into our feelings about how January 6th wasn't as bad as the liberals want us to believe that it was, that's not enough for it to be anywhere close to true or anything other than just slandering someone. And that's what Tucker Carlson did. And so hopefully he will be the reason that Fox News faces even more financial, legal troubles. And it sounds like Ray Epps could bring a pretty significant case because of the damage to his life. As I mentioned, he received death threats from these viewers, I guess we don't know for certain, but people who bought into this narrative that was being perpetuated by a very large figure such as Tucker Carlson then went on to threaten Ray Epps' life. And that is real, that matters, and accountability should be something that takes place.